I'm hoping Offset has not fallen that far. I'm hoping there's room for him to get back up so he can change his life around. Hope he got enough time to become a pastor. Because the way he was smoking that cigarette outside that court or outside that hospital, people thinking that he slipped a little something in there. We don't know if it was that fentanyl. It could have been anything. I'm praying he not going out like that, man. I remember him with the Migos. They was stunting something serious. They had the rap game in the headlock. Please tell me that this man is not on them type of drugs. Because if he is, that whole generation ain't nothing but some crackheads, man. And I thought the youth was gonna do better. Come to find out, one of their greatest leaders, I'm talking to all the young people out there, all of the people around Offset's age, y'all need to be concerned about this. Offset sued for $100K tab at a Detroit casino days after being shot in Florida. So he owed a casino in Detroit $100K. He owed his fellow rappers big money. He in the hole for millions, not to mention taxes. Y'all know it's tax season. Did he even file them? It don't seem like he concerned about filing no taxes or anything. So his situation is terrible. Cardi B sure know how to pick him. Offset has been sued by a Detroit casino for allegedly not paying his $100K tab days after he was shot in Florida. So when they heard about him getting shot, they figure you're not going to die without giving us this money. We're going to have to put this on blast just in case he try to make a run for it, especially when you see him outside the hospital looking like this, ain't got a pot to piss in. He might try to take that hospital gown and put it in his closet. That's how bad he doing. According to documents obtained by TMZ on Wednesday, April 8th, the rapper real name, y'all know his name, KKC, is being sued by the Motor City Casino Hotel for breach of contract, fraud, and more. So he was up in there scheming, robbing. Ain't no telling what he told them people. He had them under the impression that Cardi B was going to send them money or she was going to do a concert to pay off the debt. He might as well try to get a residency at these casinos since that's where he really want to be at. He must wake up every day and say, today the day I'm going to hit the jackpot. Today the day I'm going to make all the money I need to make to pay everybody off, buy a new house, buy a Lambo. He got to be having them type of dreams in his head if he keep on going to these casinos. But somebody need to tell him that the house always win. It ain't no winning. And if you get lucky once in your life, you better take that money and run. The casino claimed that Offset opened a credit line of $100K with the establishment in March 2024. So around this time last year, he opened a line of credit. That's the dumbest thing you could possibly do. Having a credit card is bad enough. Imagine opening a line of credit with a casino and you can't spend that money nowhere else but the casino. I bet he used that line of credit for the hotels, for food, for gambling, for drinks, for whatever. He balled out on credit at a casino in Detroit. And when all that money gone, he gonna skip to another casino and do it all over again. There's probably other casinos. He probably done got a line of credit with that casino down there in Mobile, Alabama. And if he hasn't, he gonna be on his way down there. They gonna tomahawk his ass. They might scalp him for playing with them casinos like that. The casino's lawsuit claimed that they could not reach Offset to pay the alleged debt. So they attempted to take the money out of the musician's account directly in the alleged agreement made when Offset opened the line of credit. The casino alleged that there was not enough money in Offset's account to settle the debt. So they tried to go in there and get the money. It wasn't no money in the account. He dead broke. God, man, what is going on? All that stunting, all them chains, all them Lambos. Now y'all know the stuff was rented. Get that through your head. When you see a rapper stunting It's company cars, company chains, company whatever. And I know you wish you can get your hand on some of that company property, but that's how they do it. In the statement to Us Weekly, a rep for Offset shared, "We are working towards a resolution." So I would love to know who his representative is, because his rep been covering all of this news for the past couple of days, and I think they doing a horrible job. We still don't know where he got shot. Was it in his back? Was it in his leg? Did he get grazed? Is he going to be crippled? Why is he outside smoking cigarettes? What doctor will authorize for their patient to take a smoke break in a wheelchair? They said it's not fatal, but getting shot is getting shot. It's either he going to go home or what? Who going to pay the medical bills? His ass stuck. Now he got a medical bill to go on top of the damn casino bills. 2 days before Motor City Casino's lawsuit was filed, news broke that Offset had been shot near the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood, Florida. I wouldn't want to go to the Hard Rock, nothing, because it's going to be a hard knock life trying to get out that debt. Seminole County, Florida, I told y'all they're going to scalp his ass. Told Page 6 that no life-threatening injuries were sustained in the shooting. Before the shooting, Offset was reportedly hanging out with fans at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino and displayed no obvious signs of trouble. Oh man, this ain't nothing but a mess. Let's get into this news, y'all. Y'all ready for it? Okay, here you go. Y'all, let's do this. Come on.
Also now at 11, we're hearing from rapper Offset for the first time since he was shot at Hard Rock Casino. Seminole police say another rapper, Little TJ, ordered people in his entourage to attack Offset, who was once, of course, married to Cardi B. CBS News Miami's Chelsea Jones is your reporter live in Hollywood. She is at Memorial Regional Hospital, where Offset is still being treated tonight. Chelsea.
Yeah, Jim, we have been here for several hours, and we have actually seen several of his associates outside of the emergency room behind me. Right now, at this hour, things are quiet here, but like you said, at this point, we believe that he is still here being treated for his injuries.
They don't even know if he's in the hospital or not. Let's talk about that for a little while, because they don't have a clue what's going on with this man. Matter of fact, let's relax for a little bit, because I'm over here. I feel like talking about this. So let me get the right situation for everybody real quick. No, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that neither. What we got? I do apologize. I'm trying to figure it out on the fly. No, we ain't doing that. Nope. Okay, we'll do that. And we gonna go put the fireplace. There you go. Yo, I'm just waiting for some more people to get up in here. Make sure y'all do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button too, baby. I really do appreciate y'all for tuning in. There's a lot of stuff we're going to be talking about tonight. As far as what's going on with the brother Offset, a lot of y'all supported him. A lot of y'all thought he was going to be rich forever, especially back then when the Migos was popping like fish grease. I thought it would never come to an end. I thought they would retire and have old money, but it's looking like that's not happening. It's looking like they gonna be dealing with struggles and stuff for the rest of their life. They need to bring back Unsung. That's what I want to see them do. Bring back the Unsung and put the Migos on there. I'm pretty sure that episode would do millions. Of course, it's gonna be YouTubers piecing it together, but I'm talking about a professional, driven, with the Migos, so people could see exactly how this thing went down, because I promise y'all, it's super duper ugly what's happening to this group as a whole. Offset sued by security guard for assault and battery. So the casino is the least of his problems. Offset is being sued over an alleged altercation at a dispensary with a security guard claiming the rapper attacked him. Jim Sanchez is suing the rapper, saying he's a security guard who was working at a dispensary back in March when Offset and his friends allegedly came to the store. They probably ain't had no money. Probably was trying to create a diversion or whatever so they could run out with some of that CBD or whatever the case. In the lawsuit, Sanchez claims that he asked Offset to show identification, which he says set off the rapper. So Offset got set off when the man asked him for identification. As if he ain't know or he don't know who the Migos is. Plus, he a Mexican dude. I'm pretty sure he heard of the Migos or whatever the case is. Did he ask for the identification when he was trying to purchase, or did he just randomly ask out the blue on some George Zimmerman for some identification? That would have set me off too. Sanchez claims Offset became hostile, verbally confrontational, and physically attacked plaintiff by striking him in the face. He set it off on the security guard. Sanchez said several people were Offset then piled on to further assault and batter him, which he claims resulted in him suffering from headaches and neck pains so severe that paramedics took him to the hospital. That's why he needed to mind his business as a security guard. What you need to see his ID for will make, hey, I guess that's what they pay him to do. If somebody come in there looking all crazy or acting crazy or whatever the case is, it sounds like he was on some BS. But who knows how they was acting in there. I thought Offset was a decent dude until I seen him out there smoking them cigarettes like that. This is giving me crackhead vibes. That's the rumor that's going around on the internet, because when you see somebody smoking a cigarette or whatever the case is, you don't know what's in the cigarette. They could have put a little chip of crystal meth in there or hit a crack rock at the tip. I seen people do it, man. They'll put some crack rock at the tip of the cigarette, smoke that, and the rest of the cigarette had a crack in there too. So it's no telling. People assuming things about this man that may not be true. I don't know what to believe at this point, especially when you in this kind of debt. These are crackhead activities. It's no telling how low he don't slip down that stripper pole. Hell, he married Cardi B. If that's not gambling, I don't know what the fuck is. We've all done it. Done gambled with a skeezer or whatever. Took chances with a hood rat, but he actually went through with it. All the way through with it. So he getting sued by the security guard. He getting sued by the casino. And there's a bunch of people coming out saying that he owes them money. And I'm not talking about $5 here, $5 there. I'm talking about he owes people hundreds of thousands of dollars. And if he ain't got it, he just ain't got it. Offset is best known for being a member of the rap group Migos, as you all know, which also consists of Quavo and Takeoff, who was Offset's cousin. They said was his cousin, but they was never related. But we'll talk about that on another video. In November 2022, Takeoff was killed. They're trying to tie the Takeoff murder into the Offset shooting. They're trying to cook this up however they can serve it. Before you know it, this news gonna be in other countries and they gonna have a whole nother version of what we've been hearing so far. The translation gonna be all mucked up. Things on the business side wasn't turning to my favor. I got kids and family, Offset said, of the decision to halt the Migos during October 2025 appearance on the Baby This Is Keke Palmer podcast. I'm just getting older and getting more smart, paying more attention to my money and my finances. I felt like I wanted a bigger piece, not from Quavo and not Takeoff, but from the business. That's all cap. Because if he was really focused on them finance, and that's why I made the video earlier speaking on the result of Takeoff losing his life. It seemed like it was a sacrifice, a ritual, or whatever you want to call it. People was cashing in on this man's murder, but it didn't pan out the way people expected. It seemed like it's a lot of bad karma going on with this case, with Takeoff and the Migos and everybody in the music industry that had a part or a say or attended the funeral. A lot of the people that went to Takeoff's funeral, they doing bad. Justin Bieber performed, he doing bad. Drake performed. Y'all seen what Kendrick Lamar did to him. You had Chloe Bailey perform. Her record sales ain't been the best. So there's a curse surrounding Takeoff, and I think they all know the part that they played in it. The rapper has also made headlines over the years for his romance with Cardi B. The pair, who shared daughter Culture, son Wade, and daughter Blossom, were married from 2017 to 2024, but we still haven't seen no divorce. He might want to go ahead and see if he can divorce Cardi and get a couple of million up out that thing. And if he could, he would divorce her tonight. And that's the saddest part about all of this, y'all. Listen.
Kiari Cephas, best known as rapper Offset, seen for the first time in these photos smoking outside of Memorial Regional Hospital. He's also speaking for the first time on social media since being shot Monday at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. The Atlanta rapper commented, "You ain't bust nothing," in response to this.
Offset, he would never play with me like that in his life.
That's Tion Merritt, also known as rapper Lil TJ. Seminole police accuse him of ordering his entourage to attack Offset at the valet of the casino. They charged him with disorderly conduct. He was released Tuesday afternoon.
The last thing I seen was Offset looking at me like this. Yo, that nigga shot me. That shot me.
Yo, rap is elementary at this point. It's for the kids, and that's all right. The kids could have it. The kids could do whatever the kids want to do with rap. I'm not mad at it. It's a young man's sport. But I think a lot of old heads didn't get the memo or got it construed or misconstrued about what hip hop is, especially in the modern state of it. People feel like it's for everybody. It's really not for everybody. It's an age bracket for rap and hip hop and entertainers. We get drawn into it because it's in the news, or, you know, they make this stuff, you know, they blow a lot of stuff out of proportion, and we feel like we all have to participate in it. And I feel like the worst thing they could have did was try to make rap black culture, because when stuff like this happened, even though we wasn't there, for the fact that you black, you involved in the situation. This concerns you. This is a part of your community. So, you know, even if you don't listen to the music, for the fact that you black, and hip hop is indeed black culture in America, mostly. And there's black culture in other places too. So when you see Lil TJ coming out the court or wherever he was at like this is biblical. This is going in the history books. All of this stuff is black history. They gonna write books about this stuff. Trap music, rap music, the Migos, they in the history books. Offset getting shot, Takeoff getting killed, Quavo all over Sweet Tea. I want to talk about that real quick. For a second, let's do this right fast. It's only gonna take a minute, because I'm interested in this right here. Look. Oh man, let's talk about it for a little while, y'all. Oh man. His hand was all in the crevices of her cheeks, man. Quavo was in love. He needed her, he wanted her. He would have married her if she was with it. He was on the red carpet. Now y'all know that they had a sex life or whatever the case is, but he went broke with Sweet Tea. He bought her a car that was better than his car. That's where he paid cash for it. Look at this. Let me type this in real quick. Y'all stay tuned while I get this together. Okay, y'all gotta see this, man. This man went out there. Matter of fact, pull it up. Now look, she excited. She excited about the car. Look. She just came back from a whole nother country. Ain't no telling what she was doing overseas. She come back. This fool got a brand new car waiting on her. She pushed him out the way. Look. He bought the car. She pushed him out the way, threw that ass on the car, and didn't even tell that man thank you.
about me. So cute. What did I say?
Man, when you doing stuff like, I'm talking about them boys was bad with money, y'all. Bad with money. Horrible with money. And when you young, you gonna do stupid stuff with the money. You gonna make mistakes. But how many mistakes they done made for the cash or with the cash? They playing a dangerous game. Somebody should have been advising them about their finances when they was getting it, because they was blowing it mighty fast. And I don't know Quavo's financial situation. And we know now that they put up a big front when it comes to the money. Look at this. Hold on. Let me type this in real quick. Y'all stay tuned. Let me get this together. Okay, let's do this. Get an understanding of what's happening with the man. Okay, look. So this was going on with your boy. We're about to investigate a little bit to get an understanding of what's happening with this man. Quavo says he could be the best rapper turned actor in history. So I'm talking about better than Will Smith. He claiming he gonna do it better than any other rapper out there that started acting. Better than LL Cool J. What's the boy name? Something Badass, not Boosie Badass. What's the other Badass? I forgot what his name was. Joey Badass. He gonna be better than him with his acting skills. He got plans on winning Oscars. Move over Will Smith. Here come Quavo. His acting skills is up to, he the best. According to what he talking about. That's where his dreams is at. That's what he gambling with. And I would respect him gambling on this instead of gambling at the casino. Do your acting thing. Even if you suck, that don't mean he can't get better. I ain't seen no movie with him. I ain't seen him do no acting. But obviously, it must be some movies out there that he playing in. The Atlanta rapper has been slowly building his filmography. Okay, that's good for. I want to learn more about that real quick. Y'all stay tuned while I look this up. Go ahead, Quavo. I'm rooting for you, bro. If that's how you gonna do it, and you trying to stay out them casinos, I'm with it. Hold on. Anything better than what Offset got going on. Okay, let's look at this together and try to put this, let's make it make sense. So he played in The Waterboys, starred as Lil Zoo. Okay, where that movie at? The Takeover is coming in 2026. Plays the lead role in this Atlanta-based street racing action film. Oh, I want to see it. Oh, y'all can't even see what I'm looking at. I do apologize. Salvation. He played the role of Coyote. You know, his Migos shit. Praise This. Played T.Y. Way or whatever. Cash Out. I want to see these movies. Are they on Tubi? Where these movies at? Because he got a whole little filmography going on here. But I have yet to see any of these movies. So, where do I start? I don't even know where to start with this thing. I want to share this with y'all so we all can get an understanding of what's happening. Look. Quavo. He did the takeover for Takeoff, the official trailer. Oh, I need to see this. Quavo's new street racing movie features Takeoff's final acting role. Watch the trailer for Takeover out May 8th. So that's coming up soon, ain't it? Hold on, we need to see this real quick. Y'all listening? Okay, let's get into this. Look. Hold on, let me get it right, because I ain't trying to get no copyrights or nothing like that. So, yeah, we're going to do it like this. Listen.
The maestro's being cut loose.
You ain't gotta call me that name no more, man.
Bet you itching to get back out there on the street.
I've been itching to get out of prison.
What is this, some virtual reality? Was he even there, or did they use his likeness Cause this look like some Need for Speed they got going on.
I'm still meeting with Miss Jenner this morning.
Omari and Deja Miller.
Oh, they got the virtual reality eating chicken in the movie. What the hell is going on? Is that Red Man? What they trying to do? What was the budget? I hope he ain't put all his money into this movie. Cause if he gambling like that, and he expecting this, hold on, wait a minute, y'all. While I'm over here hating, people waiting to see the movie. 3 weeks ago, people want to see this. He said, we need that album too, man, for real, Quavo. We now need Satchmo, please, bro. Yo, people waiting for the Quavo movie to drop. He could flip this regardless of what the budget was. If it's low budget, whatever, he could recoup that money. Y'all let me know if y'all interested in seeing it. When that come out? They got the Need for Speed graphics on it. This is basically who the retarded nigga in the wheelchair, man. Wait a minute, y'all. Hold up. What's going on?
Police interference. That's your whip over there. Do what you need to do. I'll get the recon going.
She's been waiting for you.
Damn. Said I was done getting behind the wheel. It just caused me trouble my whole damn life.
Yo, Migos Need for Speed. I'm with it. We could get back to what's going on with Offset. It looked like Quavo gonna be all right. It's only so much hating one man can do. So I'm gonna let him, I want to see him rock out with his Need for Speed movie. Look at this.
Now I'm crashing out. Because now I'm going to crash out and I don't give a I want you to die, but I want you to die slow.
Cardi B crashing out as she calls out estranged hubby Offset.
I want to be done with this marriage. Like, I feel like I'm tied up. A lot of drama.
It all played out Friday on X Spaces. Cardi going live to rant about her ex after he filed for spousal support, alleging he's a deadbeat father, and getting so heated, she let a secret slip.
He stood up my kids 3 times. He has seen Blossom only like 5 times.
8 months.
Damn, I thought he was good with his kids, man. He trying to get spousal support. So he want to take that spousal support to go to the casino and gamble her money off and making it about the kids. That's beyond awful, man. When this news came out, we heard about his gambling problems, but we didn't know it was this bad. We didn't know he was in the hole like this to where he getting sued for hundreds of thousands of dollars from various casinos. So if he was going to have Cardi B playing spousal support or whatever the case is, that could have been in the hundreds of thousands every month if he would have got it the way he wanted it. I doubt if they would have ever let that slide like that, but you never know. I heard stories about men getting a whole bunch of money from their ex-wives, baby mamas, or whatever the case is. So if he's still pushing for that, it's a possibility that he could probably work that out in the future, especially when he got to pay off these debts. There'll be some private interests out there that'll make it to where, you know, she have to cough up the money so they can get their money, you know? Hold on, look at this. Cardi B's ex Offset hung out with fans moments before the shooting near the Florida casino. So there was, you know, you would suspect for something like that to be going on. Cardi B's estranged husband, Offset, was reportedly hanging out with fans moments before he was... How the fuck is that news? That's what celebrities do, man. Fans is in the picture. What they talking about?
Told Blossom is the youngest of Cardi and Offset's 3 kids, whose name we did not know until now.
Oh, snappity snap snap.
The two also share 6-year-old daughter Culture and 3-year-old son Wave, and Cardi claims it costs a lot to raise them.
So my kids got their own driver. They picked them up from school. They dropped them off. The kid's driver is on a retainer for $10,000 a month. Culture school this year, you didn't pay for it. That's $45,000.
Hold on, wait a minute. The driver alone is making 10Ks a month, paying the mortgage, groceries, just to ride them kids around, to pull up to the McDonald's drive-thrus, take them to school. 10K a month just to drive the kids. Damn. Hold up.
Wave school a year is $35,000. My
Damn.
cousin babysits Wave and Culture. She gets paid $3,000.
No, that's fucked up. How you gonna pay a complete stranger 10K to drive the kids around? 35,000 a year for school, and then you want to get your hit your cousin off with $3,000 a week? How that make sense, man? You figure your so that's $700 a day. I take it every week. What that add up to at the end of the month while I'm over here going off? That's what, $1,200 a month to babysit? But it still need to be more than that, because she doing way more than what them people doing, driving them kids around or whatever.
The nanny was $700 a day. The baby's nanny is $500 a day now because she's not staying the whole day. Culture and Wave gets tutoring 4 times a week by the hour. So that's 2 hours, 1 hour for Culture, 1 hour for Wave. Each hour is $250. So that's
Damn.
Count that up. That's 4 times a week.
The sum well into the 6 figures.
Don't worry about what anybody says. Like, don't worry about nobody.
Yo, how long she gonna keep it together, man? With this stuff, it takes 2. They got all this stuff. They gonna have to downsize or slow this thing down. What they got going on with this debt, because they gonna come collect, and if he ain't got it, she gonna have to wind up paying off his debts. It's just as simple as that. If they can't get it from him and they legally married, then that means they have a union. When she file her taxes, she gotta file the kids, file her husband. She can't put single in the box when she's married, so they got a contractual agreement. It's a possibility, y'all, that Cardi B is gonna wind up paying off all of this man's debt.
Never let them take you down, because those people are they're really miserable.
But nothing in this world that I like.
God, get the shit out of here.
If Offset is granted spousal support, he could net major bucks from Cardi, who is worth an estimated $80 million.
She just look like, you know what I'm saying, a scrumptious piece of iron.
Each spouse is entitled to the style of living that they had when they were married.
I don't want to hear it, man. I got to do a little bit of investigation, because that ain't sound right to me. They make it seem like she balling in the NBA. Wait a minute. I ain't hating. It is what it is. But come on now. Don't do none of this that they talking about. As of 2026, Cardi B's net worth is estimated to be around 80 million to over $100 million. She has built her fortune through a highly successful music career featuring chart-topping hits, streaming royalties, and massive brand endorsements alongside diverse business ventures like her whip shots of vodka-infused whipped cream. You want me to believe that she got over $100 million for some whipped cream? It's possible. When the last time y'all paid for some streams? How that work? To where you get over $100 million in some streams? Where the money coming from? I wish I will get an overdraft talking about some streams. Can you imagine? You low on your account, you get an alert from your bank, and they charging you for the streams? Somebody make this make sense. Hey, if she got $100 million, how much did the label make? The makeup artist, the sound man, the engineer, the person that wrote the raps, the person that made the beats. So if she got 100 milli, that mean that her raps and the music she been putting out done generated billions of dollars. Key aspects of Cardi B's wealth: music career. Her 2018 album, Invasion of Privacy, broke streaming records, and she is the only female rapper with a multiple RIAA Diamond certified songs. Income streams. Beyond music, she earns from high-profile endorsements: Pepsi, Reebok, NYX Cosmetics, live performances, and potential earnings from her OnlyFans account. Oh, that'll do it. That'll probably, depending on what she doing on her OnlyFans, that'll get the money rolling in. Because there's people making millions annually or monthly on some OnlyFans. So, hey, I can't put it, she probably do got that type of money in the bank. I'm hoping that she do. But how did her husband wind up to be so financially messed up unless the relationship wasn't built off of love? How much of the relationship was built off of his back, his fame and celebrity? You know what? Now I want to look into something real quick because I'm over here scratching my head. Let me look into this real quick. How long I've been on here? Okay, I don't ran out of time. I don't talked about it too much. I was about to get into her religious beliefs and all that, but we ain't got that much time left. Plus, ain't nobody hit the like button. Ain't nobody leaving no comments. I mean, what y'all want me to do? Y'all do me a favor, though. For the people that is watching, I appreciate y'all. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Do y'all feel like Offset is on drugs? Or do y'all feel like it's something deeper going on with this man? Did Cardi B do something to him? That's what I want to know. Did she put something in his suit? Did she use him? Because they call it, matter of fact, I'm going to do this real quick before I go, because this is an interesting topic. What they call it? Look. I heard this term before, and I'm about to see how real can get. Destiny swapping is a belief found in spiritual and metaphysical circles that one person's positive life path, opportunities, or energy can be stolen and replaced with misfortune by another, often through spiritual rituals or malicious mimicking. Proper moments believe it acts as a form of spiritual theft or energetic theft, causing the victim to feel confused, drained, and explicitly stuck, while the perpetrator seemingly inherits their success. Man, it happens every day. That's why you got to be careful who you're around, your friends, your family. You could be dealing with somebody and feel like your energy is being drained. You can't take it. Good things happening for them and horrible things is happening for you. And the whole time, all of this negativity came into your life when this person came into your life. Sometimes people pick and choose a star or somebody they seem or deem as a star and say, hey, whatever that person got, I want it for myself. Whatever this person got that make them successful, I want to have that for myself. So that's a dangerous game to be playing. Now, there's nothing wrong with feeding off of somebody's energy or being inspired by somebody to do better. If you see somebody doing well and you figure, hell, I want to do well too, and we could help each other, that's what you call a real friend. Somebody that's there for you. You scratch their back, they scratch your back. There's nothing wrong with that. But you got people out there that wouldn't give a damn about you. They don't want to see you win. Signs of you winning is signs of them losing. So when they see you doing well, they're not happy because that means that whatever vampirism they got going on is not working in their favor. They don't need your energy to work in your favor. They need your energy to work in their favor. And if you ask me, with the whole Offset Cardi B relationship, he was popping before she came in the picture. He was doing very well for himself. And when she came around, matter of fact, let me do this real quick, because, this is driving me crazy. When I hear about this stuff in the news, I always think about this stuff. Yeah, I didn't like it then. I don't like it now, man. It never looked right to me. They was the chosen ones, the people's choice. Look how the sisters looking in the back. They looking like they disappointed that Cardi B get to sit up there with the Migos or whatever. She not even dressed right for the occasion. This is her first time being around some money like that. They invited her to sit with them. They was rocking out hard. If he would have never wifed her or took her seriously or whatever, they would still be, I think they'd still be dominating the charts. This changed the course of the modern music when Cardi B came into the picture. When they tell a story, they can't leave this part out. It was a bunch of hoes he was banging that she knew he was banging, but she done worked her way into this man's circle, into his life, into the studio, while they dominating the charts, and she trying to get her little thing going. Before you know it, she surpassed all of them. She doing better than every last one of them. She worked her way into their system and took over. Hey man, that's some scary business. And it's always a female too that bring it into a lot of successful men. Rather it's a rap group or whatever profession, you put a female in. And I don't blame the female for that. These men need to have more control over themselves, over their finances. They need to have more self-respect than to be getting caught up with these hoes. Because women like Cardi B, they gonna do what they gonna do. If they get a leg up, they gonna take it all the way to the max. If you give them an inch, they gonna take a whole mile. So yeah, she took advantage of the situation, but if he was really on his shit like he was supposed to be, it wouldn't have went that far. Look how much wealth he had. Look at, I'm under the impression that all them chains is fake. You got the city girls in the back. They had a QC party or whatever the case is. And let me make this clear too before I go. Cardi B was signed to QC at one point, wasn't she? So how did that go? Let me see. Let me look at this. What happened with that? What happened with the contract? So when he was suing QC, Cardi B was supporting Offset amid the quality control controversy. So she was sticking with her man when he was trying to disband from the Migos. I'm tired of people trying to make Offset look like the bad guy. Cardi B defended her husband Offset amid his spat with his label Quality Control. According to Baller Alert, the invasion of privacy rapper took aim at QC on Wednesday. Cardi took to Twitter to claim that the label was trying to mess up Offset's money by interfering with his solo career efforts. I don't want to be arguing with stans, and I know how y'all feel when I defend my husband, but this was more a business thing, Cardi explained. You know, when your man brings the bacon to the table, you're going to always be defensive about that bacon. So that's her being greedy when it comes to his business dealings, to where you ought to meet your terms as a group before you can just jump ship and do your solo thing. And why would you want to abandon your group so bad? He chasing waterfalls where Cardi B done messed around and blew up the whole Migos, everything they had going on. If they would have stayed together, they would have had way more leverage, negotiating plenty of deals. As a group, a powerhouse, a solo act ain't gonna cut it. When you got a big group like that, he was hustling backwards, but somebody got in his head and told him, hey, you the man. You don't need them. You can make your own money. I got my own money. See, I got my own bread. And that went to his head, him being with Cardi in this whole situation. Cardi B speaks out following argument with stans on Twitter over defending husband Offset. Hold on, they got the audio. Listen.
Hate that, like, how things went today. But like, things get a little bit frustrated, things just get a little bit frustrating and everything. Like, I don't like, I don't really want to be arguing with people and like stands on Twitter and blah.
Hold on, I'm gonna get back to that. I gotta see what's going on in the chat real quick, cause y'all over there asleep.
A little bit
Knock the
frustrating.
hell out, man. Yo, I want to give a shout out to my members real quick. All of the people watching. Hummingbird, I see you over there in the building. How you feeling? Key B is here. Monica over there, brother. He here. Don R. Slew in the building. Andre Bryan, what it do, dog? Miss T Nee over there too. That's what I'm talking about, man. So much love for y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Okay, let's get back to this real quick, because this is beyond crazy. Listen.
Hate that like how things went today, but like, you know, things get a little bit frustrated, you know, things just get a little bit frustrating and everything. Like, I don't like, I don't really want to be arguing with people and like stands on Twitter and blah blah blah. As you guys could see, I haven't been replying to stands on Twitter and none of the bullshit. However, they have to intervene with something that has nothing to do with anybody on Instagram. No, this and that. This has something to do with my husband. And I know how you guys feel when like I'm defending something about my husband, but this is more like a business thing. You know, when your man bring the bacon to the table, you're gonna always be defensive about that bacon. You know what I'm saying? Like, when your man brings money to your home, you will never let your man not, when, you know,
That's crazy.
sometimes you want to stay in your wife place, but like sometimes like enough is enough, especially when people trying to mess with money. I don't play when it comes about money. Like, when it comes about money, I have to be all in. You know what I'm saying? Because hello, I make money, but I'm not gonna be a bitch that's gonna be fucking paying bills by herself, kids bills by herself. I gotta make sure everything is right and correct. So, checks and balances. So, you know, when I'm defending my dude and I have this crazy weirdo just trying to pick on me and bully me, like, it's like,
She the reason why this man's money pipeline got destroyed. As far as I could see it, she encouraged him to go forward and play these games with these labels. Sometimes you got to be humble, put your head down, and handle your business as a group. He was biting off more than he can chew. He trying to put extra bacon on the table. He wanted to be the man of the family, taking these chances, and she cheered him on with that. She should have minded her business and stayed and let him do what he gonna do, so it'd be all on him. But since she encouraged him to go forward and sue that label and push for a solo career as if them other two dudes wasn't nothing, he wasn't rocking with them like that. He wasn't trying to split that money 3 ways with Quavo and Takeoff. He didn't have a problem with it before. He was a team player, but he switched teams. He decided that, I mean, that's his wife and everything. And you figure once you married to somebody, y'all are a team, so you can't really fault him for that. But what was her motive in all of this? She was already on riding a high horse off of their career. What more do she want from the group? There's people out there that would claim that Takeoff's blood is on Cardi B's hands. I wouldn't go so far to say nothing like that. I wouldn't want to blame her. She wasn't there. I'm pretty sure she ain't had nothing to do with it. But when you think about it, when the contract all jacked up, she had some influence in that as far as the Migos go. So he down and out to the point to where he taking chances at a casino to try to get the money. Since he can't go to the label, because they was throwing bags at them boys. They was able to splurge out or whatever the case is. But we don't know how that 3-way split worked with them album sales. It's different when you a solo act. But when y'all a group, y'all really get screwed around. Hold on, look. Let me get this together real quick. Look. Offset QC lawsuit exposes Riff, COP, and Cardi B isn't going for it. Offset legally filing against his ex-label Quality Control has opened a can of worms, and they're crawling in every direction. Oh, that's bad. Quality Control CEO Pierre P. Thompson reacted to the breaking news that Offset was suing for solo independence with disdain, calling the Estranged Migos rappers' complaint lame. So that's how they felt about it. He was doing some lame shit. He said, this is a new chapter for me personal. He said, this new chapter for me is personal. Iggas act like I'm the problem. I paid millions to get my rights back. Igga, you blackball me. I ain't said one time, homie. I ain't spoke to you in 2 years now. I dropped and you want your name on my credits. Cardi said Offset bought himself out of his QC deal after they didn't want to renegotiate his contract. I'm tired of people trying to make Offset look like the bad guy. Enough is enough. Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me he bought his way out his deal? He gave them hard-earned cash just to get out his deal and they ignored it? That was his first gamble where he fucked up. Why did he want it so bad? To where he paid them to get out of his deal. Well, why you signed the deal in the first place? That's like Pooh Shiesty running up on Gucci Mane and he ain't want to let him out the contract. A deal is a deal. You're not going to buy a car, dent it all up, and go back to the dealership and get all your money back. Or even if you try, a deal is a deal. But somewhere in his mind, he wanted off so bad. He wanted away from Quavo and take off so bad to where he went up there and bought his way out of the Migos. See, now that's the part that's tripping me out, y'all. He bought his way out his contract. He took his own money and gave them the money up front and said, let me go. They took the money, of course. But when it comes time for him to do his solo thing, well, maybe he don't know how the business works. Just because you got a big bag, I don't think it worked like that. Somebody should have schooled him or told him that's not a wise decision. What's fair is fair, but it ain't always legal. Offset and his wife Cardi B sharply fired back at P. Offset claiming P had blackballed him for the past 2 years without even communicating. Cardi echoed the lawsuit's details. Offset paid QC millions to obtain his solo rights as an artist. But when he released his 54321 single last week, he says QC tried to claim ownership, effectively taking him off of the process. You know what? We gonna do some more investigations. All y'all gotta do is stay tuned, man. I'm gonna be looking more into this because for him to be down this bad, for him to be getting screwed the way he's getting screwed, maybe he caught a bad break. And that's why it looked like he caught a bad break. It looked like he been losing ever since he tried to get out that deal. Ever since he married Cardi B. If he can go back and do it all over again, I'm pretty sure he would do a whole lot of things differently if he could rewind time. And now he just trying to figure that thing out. The music industry don't went to shit. It really ain't nowhere to get no money like that. I say he need to do a revival or something and join the church, put out some gospel hits. You'll start a congregation, do a murder mace, come to the Lord, man, because that's the only way he really gonna be able to save his situation and save his life. You know, these casinos, you got mobsters and gangsters that be in these places. They might kidnap his ass. That little situation with Lil TJ, that's just the beginning if he don't come up with that bread. He could possibly go to jail and do some time for this right here. But Cardi might bail him out. They talking about she worth $80 million. If she worth that type of money, then I don't see why she can't cough up some money She probably don't want to do it, but hell, it's either that or your baby father go to prison for a very, very long time. But when you have an addiction, you know, there's nothing nobody can do to really stop you from that. He gonna have to go to like a gambling rehab, but how that's gonna work when he's in debt? He can go to rehab all day, but he gonna be in there thinking about, damn, I got bills to pay. I'm in debt. You can't rehab somebody being in debt. Hey, what can he do in these times, man? He gonna have to stand out there with a sign in front of car washes or something to get a little bit of that pay. And we talking about big money. This don't happen overnight. Ain't no platinum record. Hopefully he could capitalize off of getting shot and make some of that money, but it don't look like that's gonna be the case. Let me look this up real quick. Y'all stay tuned. I'm so interested in this, man. I got to see it for myself. I want to learn something today, and I figure y'all can learn with me. Gambling addiction or gambling disorder is a compulsive, often destructive urge to gamble despite severe negative consequences on life, finances, and mental health. It is a recognized mental health condition, not just a financial problem. Symptoms include chasing losses, lying about gambling, and attempting to stop without success. Oh man, that's worse than being on drugs. Chasing losses, feeling compelled to keep playing to win back money lost. Damn, that's a terrible pit, a hole to put yourself in. You win a little bit and you feel like, okay, I'm almost back. I just got to keep on whatever this strategy is that got me to win this $35, I'm going to use the same strategy to make me $35,000. In the casino, no. When he took out that line of credit and they watching him on the monitors, he went to the casino, took out a line of credit, y'all. He went in the back offices. He signed the paperwork. He put his ID on the table, social security number. He even gave them information about his personal banking account just in case they got to recoup the money. So he do this $100,000 line of credit with the bank. They're watching him the whole time on the monitors. They see him at the blackjack table. They see him on the slot machines. They see him losing badly. And they figure, hell, he keep going at this rate, that $100,000 is going to be gone. He blowed $100,000. The next thing you know, he's in the news because he got shot at another casino in Florida. Then they put out a lawsuit. Why are you gambling at another casino and you owe us $100,000? That's how bad this is, man. I'm hoping he don't lose his life or whatever the case is, but it is looking like it's getting worse by the second. Hold up, we got more members in the building. Put that music on real quick. What we got going on over here, man? More members in the building. Hummingbird is still there. That's all that really matters, man. So much love to you, Hummingbird. Mr. 40 Hours is here too. I was on here for 3 hours, but I think I'm going to go ahead and put another 37 hours on there because we got my homie in the building. Jason Wild Boy, what it do, boy? Simply Alluring. It's Simply Alluring. And she's here. Jason Wild Boy, man, trying to tell you, you've been holding me down, brother, man. No Diddy. I appreciate you. No doubt. But yeah, it's a few more things I want to talk about before I go, before I get out of here. It's about to be Thursday. The weekend is fast approaching. I know y'all making plans. I'm making plans. I'm about to try some Mediterranean food this weekend. I'm going to let y'all know how that go. Hopefully it turned out good. They haven't missed yet. Usually when you get Mediterranean food, it is usually pretty good. So we're going to see how that go. I'm excited about all this Offset news because it have you thinking from a different perspective as far as entertainers are concerned. You figure that once you hit the big screen, once you on TV, once your song is on the radio, you set for life. Once you reach that threshold of stardom, it's no turning back. Money is going to be falling out the sky for the rest of your life. You know, there's nothing like fame. There's nothing like love. There's nothing like success. But how long does it last? I think people get real arrogant at some point with all that success. They forget about them times where they was praying for the success, when they was hoping and wishing for the success. You know, they forget about that type of stuff. They start to take God out the equation. And they figure, as long as I got this money, I could do whatever I want to do. Offset was so arrogant with his money that he went up to the record label and paid them to get out of his contract. The only way that's going to work is if you 80 years old and you put in about 60 years worth of dues and they say, you know what, old timer, we going to let you walk. And that's how it is in life. You can't just go up to your job and put some money on the table and say, I want a lifetime worth of paychecks for working, even though I ain't put in just because I got the money. I want to pay for my job to where I don't have to work no more, but you pay me so I can go on the early vacation or whatever. They'll take the money. But guess what? If you don't show up to clock in at 9 o'clock the next day, because it's their company at the end of the day, it's go get your own. But he could have took that money, said the hell with the contract. I'm under a music contract. I can make some other money. I'm going to take this money. Before I try to buy myself out my contract, I'm going to open up this barbecue restaurant with that money. And how they going to take my barbecue money? He could have flipped that money a million different ways, but he fixated on the music, and rightfully so. He's talented and everything, but I'm pretty sure these are things that he think about now that he's in this type of shit. That'll make you hit the cigarette real hard when you start connecting them dots and thinking about the mistakes you made. I'm pretty sure when it's all said and done, Offset gonna be a very wise man for going through the things he went through. He need to write a book. I would definitely read it. If he listened to Offset, man, put out an audio book, put it all on paper, man. I would love to see that, y'all. If it was on Audible, the story about the Migos from his perspective, from when he met Cardi B, the strippers he was dealing with, the times they spent with other celebrities. I know he got plenty of takeoff stories he could put in the book. He could talk about his struggles with gambling, how his gambling addiction started when he tried to buy his contract back from QC. He could put that in the book. It's so much interesting stuff that he been involved in. He could do a couple of chapters on Cardi B getting her pregnant, talk about her being with Stephon Diggs. Where the book at? He could recoup all that money if he put out a good audio or autobiography or something like that, and let him spill it. It's time for him to tell it. He could talk about getting shot by little TJ at the casino, owing the casino in Vegas and Detroit, all of this money. Man, if he do that, he'll be good. So we just waiting to see how this gonna pan out for him. But the only problem with that is people know that he's not wise with finances, so the book company could snake him real good. They could give him an advance for that book, and he roll his ass down to the casino in the wheelchair and blow that money the same day. And that's why people wouldn't want to get into business with somebody with a gambling problem, because that's like dealing with somebody with a drug problem. Why would you want to put the money in their hand when you know what they're going to do with the money? You're not trying to spare a crackhead $1 because you know they're going to go smoke crack with it. Unless they do some work around the house or whatever, you might as well just pay them with crack. If it's a crap table or whatever nearby, he going to be there. He probably got a pair of dice in his back pocket or whatever the case. We just don't know. But y'all gotta let me know in the comment section. Do y'all feel like this man is on drugs? Or do y'all think he just stressed the hell out because he picked the wrong woman? Y'all know what he should have did? This what I'm starting to realize in life. And y'all gotta feel me on this. Look at this. Okay, let me explain what I'm about to show y'all before I get around to showing y'all. I'm starting to realize that people should start to choose people that resemble them or somebody that you would make a cute couple with. If you brown, you might want to get somebody to match your brown. If you dark, you might want to get somebody to match your dark. If you light, you might want to get somebody to match your light. You might want to deal with somebody that look good with you personally. So when you're talking to somebody, you got to ask yourself, do we make a good looking couple? And it's not for other people's optics or for other people's perspective. If you're looking for a counterpart, at least get somebody that match. So when it comes to Offset, he should have went ahead and got with a Leslie Jones, hit her up in her inbox, see what it do. Because that looked like his match. They would blend together well. If he wanted a wife and somebody that balanced him out evenly, he should have went with somebody that looked like how he looked. And ain't nothing wrong with Leslie Jones. She'll go perfect. Matter of fact, let me show y'all a couple. Look. What the hell? I didn't even know that was the mute button. The hell is this shit on my screen? Okay. I think that's how you spell her name. Remember when David Banner wiped up India Irie and ain't nobody want her? And he put that Down Home Mississippi on her and it was Black Love like Papoose and Remy Ma. And people was like, wow, I could see that David Banner and India Irie. It ain't a glamour couple. It ain't a lot of glitz and fireworks, but, you know, them herbal teas and them bean dishes is hitting with their union that they got going on. A big black buck brother and a beautiful strong sister came together. The Afrocentric community went crazy, but a lot of brothers was mad at David Banner for even being with her romantically in the public. They wake up to crosses burning in their lawn in Mississippi because they were like, what the hell? See, this is what I'm talking about, man. Who the fuck is this chick? Hold on, maybe I don't need to be looking at that. Hold on, what the fuck?
I'm India. This is my partner, David. The trolls say that we the...
What the fuck they got going on, man? He ain't got no teeth. Y'all see this nigga? That's his wifey.
Ugliest couple on the internet. They say I look...
What the fuck?
Like a monster. They say I look...
Oh. And that's he rat-a-tatting them cheeks every motherfucking night. And he don't give a damn.
I'm India. This is my...
God damn.
India.
Oh. Y'all see this shit? He look like he only doing it for the cigarettes. Yo, ain't no telling what she got or what's going on with her, man. Yo, shout out to her. I ain't worried about it, man. The point I'm trying to make is you want to get somebody that even you out, somebody that look good with you. Like, take me, for instance. If I was in the arena or whatever the case was, I would be looking for something that matched me. And for Offset, this man need to get him a Leslie Jones or somebody like that to go along with his palette. Cardi B would do better with like a, somebody of her liking, somebody, the male version of Cardi B, whoever that is. That's who she probably need to be with. Stephon Diggs and all, they ain't not good matches. And it ain't got nothing to do with nationality. There's interracial couples that make cute couples that match each other. Even if it's not physically, you can see the aura matches for the most part. So that's where he fucked up. You know, he doing all this exotical and a lot of rappers was on that exotic tip. But it's not always good, especially with the dynamics in America. People feel inferior to any damn thing. You got people coming from dirty countries and feel like they better than Americans because they got the exotical factor on it. Regardless of how dirty their country is, Americans will make you feel like you come from the cleanest place. Anywhere but America is exotic. So when they get with these girls and they got different types of backgrounds, they put them on these imaginary pedestals that they really don't need to be on. When what they really need to do is get a down home sister like Simply Alluring or somebody and let that rock out. Stick to what you know. Don't go chasing waterfalls. You better stick to them hood rats and them beauty supply stores that you used to, man. Yo, I'm gonna do this before I go. What time is it? Damn, I need to get ready to take my melatonin and stuff. Let's do this real quick. This is gonna be fun. Put this on real quick. Come on, let's go. Y'all need to see this. This gonna make sense. Cause in the video, they had somebody with HIV, STDs all in it. It was a scary video, man. I want to go over these lyrics because they won a Grammy. They got nominated for a Grammy in '95 for this. It was a long time ago. T-Boz said, a lonely mother gazing out the window, staring at her son that she just can't touch. If at any time he's in a jam, she'll be by his side. But he doesn't realize he hurts her so much. But all the praying just ain't helping at all, 'cause he can't seem to keep himself out of trouble. So he goes out and makes his money the best way he knows how. Another body laying in the gutter. Listen to me. Hold on. Ain't that what just happened with Offset and his mother at the hospital? While he outside smoking them cigarettes, she looking at her son, she talking to him, he just can't get it together. He out there chasing waterfalls, done messed around and married Cardi B, knowing that that woman is out of his league, when he could have got a down home sister like his mama. All them damn Georgia peaches screaming his name at them shows. They was at them colleges running behind the damn tour bus, screaming for Offset, all them beautiful Nubian queens. He went out there and got with Chiquita by now. And shout out to Cardi B, because she a beautiful woman. And her personality is like no other. I heard that Patti LaBelle showed up to the Cardi B concert and showed her some love. Look at this. Yeah, they said Patti was at the Cardi B concert, all backstage going to see her baby. She love her some Cardi. And Cardi friends, she show up with all that red. They said she down with the Blood Gang now. She old school with it. People ain't know that Bing Rames and Patti LaBelle was related. She was a stunt double in Baby Boy. Look how Cardi hugged up on her old breast. Like, I'm going to be healthy forever with these babies right here. Patti showing her all the time. They was in the kitchen with them patty pies. She had Cardi B at the house. Hold on, wait a minute. Now they doing gangster shit. This should be against the law. Wait, pull that up. Cardi B and Patti LaBelle hook up for the holidays. They better not be in there turning no tricks. Or talking about them good old days. I'm pretty sure they got a lot to talk about. They got the Patty banana puddings with the pies laid out with the Cardi B whipped cream on top. Look, I ain't even mad. Like, bring that Latin girl to my house. They put that tapioca in that drink. She bring them pineapples and shit. Next thing you know, Patti LaBelle on the couch sleep. Look, Cardi B and Patti LaBelle team up to create new holiday traditions. Now I want the patty pie with the Cardi B whipped cream on it, man. I'm gonna have to figure that out this weekend. Do she still sell the whipped cream? Put the Cardi B whipped cream on the patty pie. It's gonna be a movie. I'm gonna feel like I'm in a rap video this weekend, man. I'm gonna let y'all know how it go. Wait a minute. She got friends in high places and her dude at the casino trying to hit the bingo or whatever the case is. Whip shots and Patty's good life embody the spirit of celebration. And we are thrilled to witness the harmony that Cardi B and Patti LaBelle are creating at their own holiday tables, says David Dreyer, chef marketing officer at Starco Brands. Oh man, we talking about big money. Bringing these two icons and their amazing products together just makes sense, especially during the holiday season. The two Grammy Award winners of one house, and people made it seem like Cardi B ain't got no love for the sisters like that. They tried to make it seem like Cardi B got it out for the black queens or whatever, but maybe it's just the younger generation she not feeling. Cause Cardi B be at them nursing homes kicking it with them people she good friends with. I like to see stuff like this. I ain't even gonna lie. She got friends in high places. Somebody to give her some advice. Don't let them do you like that. In the music industry, they try to take advantage of you young women. I'm gonna tell you something, Cardi. She probably got some game. I know she did. Got some game from Patty. Patti LaBelle opened a collaboration with new best friend Cardi B. Now they talking about making some money. She on the phone under the hairdryer talking to Patti LaBelle about some business. Somebody call Patty. I got an idea, mama. Listen at this. Whipped cream on the patty pie, bitch. Ooh, that's that WAP. Who knows how that business go? I'm excited. I want to see what else they got to bring to the table, man. The hell what Offset got going on. If he had an OG in his corner, he probably wouldn't be so messed up like that. If he had connections with Ron Isley or somebody. But that's the problem. A lot of dudes don't want to listen to no old head. Charlie Wilson could have told him about what he went through and what to avoid if he's willing to listen instead of trying to stun on somebody. That'll make an OG not want to talk to you when you too hot to touch. You get out the Hellcat with the chain swinging, the girls all around you. Ain't no OG trying to walk up to you and spit no game. Because they gonna feel like they a lame or they a sucker. You make an OG feel insecure about itself when you present yourself like how the Migos was moving. Yo, prime example of what I'm talking about. I'm gonna make this make sense for y'all real quick. Yo, I do appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna make this last point, and then I'm about to go ahead and scoop. Put this up. Y'all listening? Okay, we're gonna do this real quick. Make it make sense. Okay, y'all listening? Okay, look.
I feel like this is like a running joke with you being left off bad and bougie.
I ain't left off bad and bougie. You think I'm left off bad and bougie?
Say again?
You say I'm left off bad and bougie?
What you say?
You say I'm left off bad and bougie?
Yeah.
Do it look like I'm left off bad and bougie?
What'd you say?
Do it look like I'm left off bad and bougie?
Nah. I mean, that's one thing I like about the group, because ever since when you were in jail, even though you might see one or the other, y'all move as a collective.
All right, we gotta wrap this up though.
Okay. My bad. Have you tried to jump?
Wrap it up then.
Over there too. Close it.
Close it.
Hey, listen, man. I wish I could talk to the Migos longer, man. It's one of my favorite groups. I've been covering for so long. I'm glad it's.
Hey, man, you guys are nominated tonight. Have a good show.
They got up with them blouses like they going up against Dave Chappelle or somebody. And Charlie Murphy. Y'all see this? The shirts versus the blouses. The interview was so whack. Look at them niggas in the back. Like, you messing with my illiterate artist? Yeah, the boys can't read or write, but they got swag. Academics, he needed some more PR training because he trying to get jiggy with it, knowing that he not about that life like that. He looked like he was scared of the Migos. I never seen so much ignorance in my life. What am I supposed to say to these guys? I don't know their language, mumbling and shit. I don't know what they're talking about. So can somebody help me talk to these guys? That's how he was looking. He act like they was in the zoo and he didn't want them to reach out and grab his arm. Like, what'd you say? I don't know what he don't speak their lingo. Joe Budden, he proper as hell. He from New Jersey. He's a real lyricist, a up top spitter. He ain't feeling the Migos, the way they dressing, the way they smelling. He ain't feeling nothing. He look like he don't want to be there. This everyday struggle was an everyday struggle on that show, boy. They were struggling. They wasn't congelling. The chemistry was all bad. I don't know. They tried to do a Fuji situation. Prizewell, Wyclef, and she's supposed to be Lauryn Hill. They tried to do them like, I don't know what they was thinking, but Act wasn't on their time and they wasn't on his time. Look what he got on. He got the hat to the back, sloppy with the button up on tight. This chick from the South, look at Joe Budden's face. Look at his face. Like, are you going to be able to respond to that? Do you guys understand the English language? You're looking kind of funny, money. Why are you looking at them like that? Look.
And joke with you being left off bad and
Look at Joe.
Bougie. I ain't left off bad and bougie. You think I'm left off bad and bougie?
He said bad and the bougie. Rest in peace to Tate. Look.
Off bad and bougie. I ain't left off bad and bougie. You think I'm left off bad and bougie?
Say again?
You said I'm left off bad and bougie.
What you say?
You said I'm left off bad and bougie?
Yeah.
Do it look like I'm left off bad and bougie?
What'd you say?
Do it look like I'm left off bad and bougie?
Nah. I mean, that's one thing I like about the group, because ever since when you were in jail, even though you might see one or the other, y'all move as a collective.
All right, we gotta wrap this up though.
Like a damn diva. Like a damn diva. Like he couldn't stand to sit there with them boys. They ain't built for the media. They looking like they got serious smoke. Act looking like he don't know if they about to fight. They could feel the energy is bad. Old girl looking like she want to tell Joe Budden to calm it down. He's sweating on his shaggy. It wasn't me. This is horrible.
My bad.
They disappointed. The South got something to say. They got to deal with them niggas from up top.
I couldn't hear anything over there too.
Close it.
Hey, listen, man. I wish I could talk.
He made sure to show all his teeth. Look, that's the PR training they got. Don't forget, make sure you show all your molars. Open your mouth and show all your teeth. That's the only training they got. Look.
Hey, listen, man. I wish I could talk to the Migos longer, man. It's one of my favorite groups. I've been covering for so long. I'm glad they succeeded.
Hey, man, you guys are not.
He said, fuck it, man. I'm tired of talking about one of his favorite kissing their ass or whatever, and the music ain't even. It is what it is.
Nominated tonight. Have a good show.
Wait. No, wait.
Where's their security guard?
They had plenty of time. They took a whole lot of time. And I know you in a professional setting and you don't want it to get ignorant like that or whatever. And yeah. It's so much I could say about this. I'm gonna just let it go though. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section, baby. Yo, I'm gonna holler at y'all later, real talk. Uh-huh.